News 6 at 10 continues with Matt Whitney and Nicole Marks. Now, you're watching News 6 at 10 in high definition.
It's a big story that involves business, entertainment, and celebrity. Tonight, Conan O'Brien is telling NBC, no deal. He will not step aside so Jay Leno can return to his old 10:35 time slot. And he has a few choice words for his bosses. NBC's Chris Clackham reports.
Everybody now wants to know what my plans are.
The Tonight Show's Conan O'Brien leaving The Tonight Show, its host, and the network wondering what's next. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Conan O'Brien may be out of a show, but our former governor is reportedly getting a new one. The Chicago Sun-Times reports that Rod Blagojevich is going to host a late-night talk show on the internet. It's called The Late Net Show, and it will use the standard format complete with celebrity guests, a band, and an opening monologue. Blagojevich will host one episode of the show next month. More details in tomorrow's editions of the Chicago Sun-Times.
And he's had a lot of practice.
Yeah, that he has.
Still here ahead at 10, the story of one robber who didn't know who he was dealing with. We'll show you what happened when he tried to steal a woman's purse, and it's all caught on tape.
And later, Harrison Ford comes home. We'll tell you about the project that brought him to Chicago tonight.
You're watching News 6 at 10 in high definition.
Federal prosecutors have closed a 2-year investigation into rape allegations against magician David Copperfield and says they will not file charges. The allegations were made by a 22-year-old fashion model and former Miss Washington contestant. She claims she was sexually assaulted by Copperfield while visiting his private island in the Bahamas back in 2007. Copperfield's lawyers say he denied the accusations and called the lawsuit extortion, plain and simple. The woman's lawyers have not commented on the decision to close the investigation.
In Florida, Miami police are hoping for a break in the case involving an aspiring model. Paula Sludowski was an exotic dancer. Her burned body was found January 3rd in a dumpster. Police are reviewing 2 pieces of videotape. Someone shot these pictures of Sludowski and her boyfriend at a Lady Gaga concert on New Year's Eve. That person shot the video of the couple because Sludowski's boyfriend seemed very aggressive. She's also in surveillance video leaving the nightclub where she was last seen alone. Witnesses say a man came up to her and she left with him. A purse snatch was caught on tape in Indianapolis. It happened on broad daylight while a woman was walking in a parking lot. The robber knocked the woman down, but the victim fought back. The suspect finally gave up and ran away. However, police advise women to give up their purse in these cases because you don't know what the robber may do next.
Chicago police are warning owners and customers at Chicago beauty salons to be on alert tonight. Armed gunmen have targeted salons in the Brighton Park and Gage Park neighborhoods, demanding money and jewelry from everyone inside. News 6's Christian Farr has the story.
Say, hey, don't do it, papi, don't do it.
Jose Luis Zavala help to try and find this suspect. If you know anything, you should give Area 1 detectives a call at 312-747-8382. In Brighton Park, Christian Farr.
Today was a beautiful day, not as cold as it has been.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out today. If you like today, then you will definitely like the rest of this week.
Yes, a midweek thaw is upon us.
And let's get a check on your weather forecast. The weekend is sure looking nice.
Oh, yes it is. It's time to take down the holiday lights. Well, the Illini put their unblemished Big Ten record on the line tonight, and the Bears are looking to Cincinnati to fill their offensive void. Sports is next. Welcome back. Time now for sports. The Bears' offensive coordinator search has taken them all the way to Cincinnati.
Yes, Bengals head coach Marvin Lewis tells us tonight that he received a call from Lovie Smith last night inquiring about Bengals quarterback coach Ken Zampese. He gave Lovie permission to interview Zampese, and that interview took place today. Now, Zampese has been coaching Carson Palmer for most of Palmer's entire NFL career, but he's never been an offensive coordinator. He does have some pedigree, though, as the son of longtime offensive coordinator Ernie Zampese. If you are still wondering why Ken Zampese, well, he and Lovie worked together in St. Louis. And if the Bears think Perry Fewell is their guy, they better make their move and make it soon. The New York Daily News reports that Fewell is the only legitimate candidate who's interviewed for their defensive coordinator post. Neither team has made him an offer.
Well, Pete Carroll traded his USC duds for blue and green today, calling the Seattle Seahawks job dreamlike as he was introduced. Meantime, his former USC assistant Lane Kiffin is replacing him. Kiffin is leaving Tennessee after just one season to take over the Trojan program. This will be his third coaching stop in just 3 years.
Yeah, well, this had trap game written all over it. The Illini unbeaten in the Big Ten, hosting Penn State winless in the conference. The Illini also perfect at home, but oh no, they trail most of this game. About a minute to go, Dimitri McCamey makes his move and sinks a three. The Illini would lead by 1, but Penn State had a final shot with 3 seconds left. Taylor Battle goes over McCamey. It's short, the tip is no good, and Illinois hangs on by 1 point, 54-53.
On the DePaul campus today was Tracy Webster's second day on the job as interim's men's head basketball coach. Now, DePaul is launching a national search to replace the fired Jerry Wainwright, and Webster, who grew up in the Chicago area and played at Thornton High, will be considered for the job.
When that time comes, I'm sure, but right now, it's all about this team right here in DePaul basketball. We just talk about winning time. We have not talked about wins and losses right now. This is a whole new thing right now, and we just have to start on Thursday.
Here are some of the other possible candidates. The first brother-in-law, Craig Robinson, born and raised in Chicago, who's Michelle Obama's brother. He has revived Oregon State's program in the first year on the job. DePaul could also look at Southern Illinois' Chris Lowry, who has had much success recruiting here in Chicago.
Well, a rare rough patch for Chicago's hottest team. The Blackhawks haven't lost 2 straight since Thanksgiving weekend, but some welcome news in practice today. Marian Hossa, who suffered from a lower body injury, could be back for Thursday's game, and both Dave Bullitt and Adam Burish have started skating after their surgeries. Burish is not expected to rejoin the team until February, but he still is a bit antsy.
I do, but I don't think Coach Q or I don't think the trainers would agree with my timeline. I was telling them the other day, I said, I can probably play tomorrow if you guys want. So I don't think so.
Can't rush it. Well, a couple of his teammates were checking out the Shedd Aquarium's beluga whales today, and Colin Fraser, getting a little smooch along with Troy Brower. Watch this, getting a little splash, and he says, I can get you too. Look at that.
I love how both of them are wearing their jerseys in the water.
Yeah, they're having a little fun today. Look at that.
Well, it's all about the team, I guess.
Yes, it is.
When we come back, a local celebrity comes back home.
You got a news tip or an idea you'd like to send to News 6? Just log on to our website, news6chicago.com. And finally here tonight, Harrison Ford was in town tonight for the red carpet premiere of his new film. Extraordinary Measures follows the true story of a family struggling with a deadly disease. Ford plays a scientist working on a cure. He says it was terrific to have the real-life family on the set.
We wanted to be truthful to the experience. They were very helpful, very generous. They're fantastic people, and I'm glad to have had a chance to tell their story.
Also on the red carpet tonight was a young Meredith Droger, a Chicago actress who plays the little girl in the film.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice to have some premieres here in the city of Chicago.
Oh, it is. I love it.
Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here tonight at 10. Thank you for joining us.
The news begins tomorrow at 4:30.
Have a good night.
Good night.